We continue the Gospel of Nicodemus, formerly called the Acts of Pontius Pilate, Part 1 of the book, Chapter 2. I would also like to inform you that the wife of Pontius Pilate, whose name was Claudia Procula, is celebrated in the Orthodox Christian Church. Her feast day is on the 27th of October. And in the Ethiopian, Abyssinian, that is, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, the Ethiopian Orthodox Christian Church has sanctified both St. Claudia and Pontius Pilate. They are both saints, and their feast day is on June 25th. We continue with Chapter 2 of Part 1. Now when Pilate saw it, he was afraid, and sought to rise up from the judgment seat. And while he yet thought to rise up, his wife sent unto him, saying, Have thou nothing to do with this just man, for I have suffered many things because of him by night. And Pilate called unto him all the Jews, and said unto them, Ye know that my wife feareth God, and favoureth rather the customs of the Jews with you. They say unto him, Yea, we know it. Pilate saith unto them, Lo, my wife hath sent unto me, saying, Have thou nothing to do with this just man, for I have suffered many things because of him by night. But the Jews answered and said unto Pilate, Said we not unto thee that he is a sorcerer? Behold, he hath sent a vision of a dream unto thy wife. And Pilate called Jesus unto him, and said unto him, What is it that these witnesses say against thee? Speak thou nothing? But Jesus said, If they had not had power, they would have spoken nothing. For every man hath power over his own mouth, to speak good or evil. They shall see to it. The elders of the Jews answered and said unto Jesus, What shall we see? Firstly, that thou wast born of fornication. Secondly, that the birth in Bethlehem was the cause of the slaying of children. Thirdly, that thy father Joseph and thy mother Mary fled into Egypt because they had no confidence before the people. Then said certain of them that stood by, devout men of the Jews, We say not that he came of fornication, but we know that Joseph was betrothed unto Mary, and he was not born of fornication. Pilate said unto these Jews, which said that he came of fornication, This your saying is not true, for there were espousals, as these also say, which are of your nation. Annas and Caiaphas say unto Pilate, The whole multitude of us cry out that he was born of fornication, and we are not believed? But these are proselytes and disciples of his. And Pilate called Annas and Caiaphas unto him, and said unto them, What be proselytes? They say unto him, They were born children of Greeks, and now they become Jews. Then said they which said, I, that he was not born of fornication, even Lazarus, Asterius, Antonius, Jacob, Amnes, Zenos, Samuel, Isaac, Phinehas, Crispus, Agrippus, and Judas. We were not born proselytes, but we are children of Jews, and we speak the truth. For verily we were present at the espousals of Joseph and Mary. And Pilate called unto him those 12 men which said he was not born of fornication, and said unto them, I adjure you by the safety of Caesar, are these things true which ye have said, that he was not born of fornication? They say unto Pilate, We have a law that we swear not, because it is sin. But let them swear by the safety of Caesar, that it is not as we have said, and we will be guilty of death. Pilate said to Annas and Caiaphas, Answer ye nothing to these things? Annas and Caiaphas say unto Pilate, These 12 men are believed which say that he was not born of fornication. But the whole multitude of us cry out that he was born of fornication, and he is a sorcerer, and said that he is the Son of God, a king, and we are not believed. And Pilate commanded the whole multitude to go out, saving the 12 men, which said that he was not born of fornication, and he commanded Jesus to be set apart. And Pilate said unto them, For what cause do thy desire to put him to death? They say unto Pilate, They have jealousy because he healeth on the Sabbath day. Pilate saith, For a good work do they desire to put him to death? They say unto him, Yes. Chapter 3. And Pilate was filled with indignation, and went forth into the judgment hall, and said unto them all, I call the Son to witness that I found no fault in this man. The Jews answered and said to the governor, If this man were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him unto thee. And Pilate said, Take ye him, and judge him according to your law. And the Jews said unto Pilate, It is not lawful for us to put any man to death. Pilate said, Hath God forbidden you to slay and allow me? And Pilate went in again into the judgment hall, and called Jesus apart, and said unto him, Art thou the King of the Jews? Jesus answered and said to Pilate, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it to thee of me? Pilate answered Jesus, Am I also a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. For if my kingdom were of this world, my servants would have striven that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Pilate said unto him, Art thou a king then? Jesus answered him, Thou sayest that I am a king. For this cause was I born, and am come, that every one that is of the truth should hear my voice. Pilate said to him, What is truth? Jesus said unto him, Truth is of heaven. Pilate saith, Is there not truth upon earth? Jesus said unto Pilate, Thou seest how that they which spake the truth are judged of them that have authority upon earth. Chapter 4. And Pilate left Jesus in the judgment hall, and went forth to the Jews, and said unto them, I find no fault in him. And Jews say unto him, This man said, I am able to destroy this temple, and in 3 days to build it up. Pilate said, What temple? The Jews said, That which Solomon built in 46 years, but which this man saith he will destroy, and built it in 3 days. Pilate said unto them, I am guiltless of the blood of this just man. See ye to it. The Jews say, His blood be upon us, and on our children. And Pilate called the elders and the priests and Levites unto him, and said to them secretly, Do not so, for there is nothing worthy of death, whereof you have accused him. For your accusation is concerning healing and profaning of the Sabbath. The elders and the priests and Levites say, If a man blaspheme against Caesar, he is worthy of death, or no? Pilate saith, He is worthy of death. The Jews say unto Pilate, If a man be worthy of death, if he blaspheme against Caesar, this man hath blasphemed against God. Then the governor commanded all the Jews to go out from the judgment hall, and he called Jesus to him, and said unto him, What shall I do with thee? Jesus said unto Pilate, Do as it hath been given thee. Pilate saith, How hath it been given? Jesus saith, Moses and the prophets did foretell concerning my death and rising again. Now the Jews inquired by stealth and heard, and they say unto Pilate, What needest thou to hear further of this blasphemy? Pilate saith unto the Jews, If this word be of blasphemy, take ye him for his blasphemy, and bring him into your synagogue, and judge him according to your law. The Jews say unto Pilate, It is contained in our law, that if a man sin against a man, he is worthy to receive 40 stripes save one. But he that blasphemeth against God, that he should be stoned, and stoning. Pilate said unto them, Take ye him, and avenge yourselves of him in what manner ye will. The Jews say unto Pilate, We will that he be crucified. Pilate saith, He deserveth not to be crucified. Now as the governor looked around about upon the multitude of the Jews which stood by, he beheld many of the Jews weeping, and said, Not all the multitudes desire that he should be put to death. The elder of the Jews said, To this end have the whole multitude of us come hither, that he should be put to death. Pilate saith to the Jews, Wherefore should he die? The Jews saith, Because he called himself the Son of God and the King.